One day before Christmas, and today's transmission is a bit different. There are many nights lately that I have been sleepless. It almost takes me to sleep 4, 5 in the morning, and I'm quite agitated with that lately myself. Not because I don't enjoy the peace and the quiet of the night. This is my favorite part of the whole day, actually. But the thing is, what is going on energetically? I have posted an article about twin flames explained on my website, and I will leave a link below to the description box. You can visit and read, because this is the human aspect as an approach about twin flames and the unhook that has taken place for the divine feminine in the last few months. We've literally been unhooked from that whole journey in many ways. Specifically, it happened during summertime, the unhooking, just a release from the heart chakra out of the blue and completely divinely guided. It wasn't something specific that played a role, although shadow work has been already done on many levels in that regard actually. The thing is with the twin flames, the human aspect is explained in the article and has to do a lot with psychology, the anxious and the avoidant style attachments, and how we change and shift those of us who do the inner work and the shadow work to the secure attachment style, which is the goal. Spiritually, though, there is something else going on, and this is why the sleepless nights. I will try and explain it in whatever way I saw it and experienced it. It is a bit funny, but not exactly funny, because it feels like we are some, not all, I think probably most of us as twin flames lately with some counsels, spirit counsels, through the divine guidance that is coming through about the humankind, because this connection is not experienced in other kinds of life form. Not in galactic races, not in other planets, just on planet Earth, in parallel universes, and so on and so forth. But this is something about the humankind solely. Spiritually, we are meeting a union council, like a marriage council somehow. And we are discussing about the things that haven't worked out so far, about the things that hurt us, and about how we want to move on. This is what is fun in my head, at least, because we are seeking for a recalibration of the soul contract we have as twin flames, and many things have shifted. A lot of things haven't happened. I guess for our protection, things went sideways, which is something we've experienced almost in every lifetime, not something new. But obviously, some of the twin flames are challenged in this lifetime as well. And of course, apart from all the in-betweens of how we move on, what happened and what didn't happen, how we feel about it, all these conversations at a soul level with our higher selves, I'm pretty sure that most twin flames are not even aware of these conversations for any reason. But I was asked to be sneaky and ask for more and learn more, and I was given the green light, in other words, to check in what is going on in these councils we have, these meetings, because the soul contracts are changing because of free will, because of the things that haven't happened, because of soul fragmentation that has taken place, because of the difficulties that the divine masculine has been facing the last few years, because it's not easy for them to step up, and because there is some kind of exhaustion at a huge level for the divine feminine, and the saturation feeling of enough is enough. I've done everything possible in many ways, even disconnecting, detaching, stepping back from the connection, allowing the connection to be fulfilled energetically in the ways it needs to be fulfilled, not necessarily with a physical union, allowing the hurt to be healed in many ways, opening up our eyes of what is going on with these attachment styles, opening up our eyes when it comes to the deeper wounds and how all of these mirroring energies are trying to help us heal truly on a deeper level. And most of us have been mentally and emotionally exhausted, and there is the feeling of saturation in a way that we've lost interest. And that is definitely a level up when it comes to spiritual awakenings and the enlightenment, the ascension process we are participating. The thing is that through these sleepless nights, the discussions keep going on and on and on. There is no more time left for the divine masculine to catch up. And it's not about forgiveness, if the divine feminine can forgive or not. One way or another, we are really good at doing that. The point is about self-respect, about sovereignty, about accepting that things didn't happen and there's no more waiting time. In that sense, a lot of things have come to happen in the physical, but also on the energetical level. So these councils that are assigned to the twin flames, see it like this. There's a huge council about generally the twin flames, all the kinds of twin flames that exist at this point of time on this planet. And equally, there is a council assigned to each individual twin flame, because each individual twin flame couple has their own blueprint, their own blueprint energetically, individually and collectively, the two of them. So with that, we have different things to cover, different frequencies to ground, and even if they don't make it, we don't make it as twin flames, what matters is that even that adds on the ascension path we've chosen, and it is in a way an allowance. We are allowing ourselves for these kinds of reality to take place so others can step on something alternative, healthier, and they can ground exactly what they need to be grounding as twin flames. So it's pretty much like some of the twin flames have a different purpose now. Things have shifted. Since they can't fall into place, they will fall apart. But even that is part of the bigger plan in some ways. And it creates a different pathway for those that need to follow something similar. So we are creating pathways in a different way than what we initially planned to do. So if you have these sleepless nights, if you know you belong in a twin flame connection, know that this is what is going on. We are at the council of the humankind about twin flames, discussing the pros, the cons, and how we can inevitably ground, not inevitably, but either way ground the golden frequencies that are needed for the next steps and phases of what we came here to experience. Know that even if you feel that kind of separation that is being complete on every level and layer, this is the crucial stage where we have severed the connection on the 5D completely. There's no communication in that space anymore, no union actually in that space. And we also feel it in the physical in a huger, louder way where we've said no, the door has finally closed and there's no turning back. And it's not because I can't forgive, it's because this is an end for this journey. I know this might be kind of challenging for some to hear, but it's okay. It's all a matter of wisdom and knowledge that we attain and obtain as we go through the different stages of twin flames. And twin flame is a huge mirror for almost every important connection in our lives. If you take it as such, you will be able to reflect from the one side or the other side and find these deeper wounds and subtle energies that are operating as conditioning in some ways. Make sure you read the article because it will help you ground in a bit different way and give you some hints and nuggets of where to search for the next shadow and how to reflect deeper about yourself. But each journey of twin flames is very individual, very specific. Let me tell you again, because I have shared this in other videos, no twin flame couple has come together so far. None. Those who have come together are not exactly twin flames. They are some kind of replica of those frequencies, something that resembles the real twin flame connection in a way that is like a test. Let us test this so we can see how the other one can actually happen, how it can actually work out. None of the true twin flames have come together so far. Nowhere in this planet, not in this reality, not in any reality. All their twin flames, like Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ, yes, they have come together, but that was 2000 years ago. And a few more, even more back in time. So know that this hasn't happened yet in the last 100 to 200 years. It hasn't happened. We were aware of this connection and the dynamics, and we were being prepared, and we have tried many perspectives of experiencing this duality of life and love, but it hasn't actually happened yet. So if you are experiencing something out of the ordinary for you, check with your guides to see if you are participating at this council, because everyone from the twin flames is participating. There's no exception in that space. And be aware if you are up to. Become more aware of what is truly going on about your twin flame connection and what is on the table now, which kind of decisions are you making now and how you want to be moving on. But please do remember that you don't need to compromise yourself if something doesn't feel right. This is why you may not be fully conscious of what is shared, because you don't need to know exactly all the details and you don't need to compromise yourself in this dynamic anymore. We have done a lot of compromises so far and they haven't helped. So I'm not even drawn to doing more updates about twin flames, but because this solstice was a very powerful energy about twin flames, and I felt the pull and the push without consciously trying to connect or see or figure out something, but energetically it is still happening. I had to check in and see what exactly is going on and why now. The article had to come through in that sense and wording for many reasons, and most importantly for clarity that we all need at this point of time. The message is that you will always be guided, you will always be protected. You will always be receiving activations and frequencies as needed. If you're stepping into the enlightenment path, because this is what the twin flame journey is, the ascension and the enlightenment, you are gonna be receiving everything you need in many different ways. You will still be protected, guided, you will still be taken care of, no matter if the union will take place in the physical or not, or even on the energetic level or not. Whatever needs to come through for you, it will come through for you. If you're still interested for being in union, not necessarily with your twin flame, and finding that wholeness and completeness being mirrored outside of you with a romantic partner, that will be showing up. And after this council that is taking place completes, there will be a lot of decisions taken and a lot of different souls that will be stepping up to cover those roles that won't be covered by the twins. I hope this makes sense. Everything is happening for a good reason. You're not meant to be doing the whole energetic work on your own as a divine feminine. You're meant to be supported, and it's not your fault if your twin has stepped out from the contract. It was a small chance before we came to this life to experience that as well, and it's okay if we are playing at that small percentage. After all, things happen, life happens, and we have different things to experience, and alternatives are always there and always exist, and sometimes the alternatives may be even more in alignment, may be even more helpful, may be even more appropriate, and not only energetically, but also emotionally and mentally, on many levels and in many ways. So just be open and know that your callings will be answered one way or another. That is the main message that is coming through the council and the things we are discussing lately. And life on earth is not easy. Let's say that once again. So let's not make it more difficult than what it is. We've had a huge amount of share of difficulties and challenges already, and we need to be moving forward in the most beautiful, graceful and peaceful way as possible. Highly activating, yes, healing, but in a different way from now on. We don't need more trauma, drama and all of these things, more wounding each other. We don't need to be fixated at something extremely specific. We know that this thing exists, the twin flame connection, even if it is severed, and yes, it can be severed. Once the one is stepping into the light fully consciously and with full awareness, there's no turning back. So there's no hurt in that space, there's no holding a grudge or whatever. And equally, if the other one is not ready for that ascension, is not ready to hold something like that in their own frequency, that is also okay. We have that kind of mutual understanding, and this is what, at the end of the day, means. The love you have to share, the things you want to be experiencing will still be shared and experienced. And this is the most important message of all. You're gonna receive everything you signed up for as long as you still desire it. Now, who's gonna play the other role in your life? That is also kind of decided in many ways, and now we see why and how it plays out. I hope this didn't discourage you more. I know it is already enough as a challenge, as a journey, but I hope it makes sense in some ways and answers a lot of things for you. Have a very Merry Christmas, and may all the blessings come down to you. Open up your heart and let you feel the light and the love from every point of direction, and let it be shared with everyone around you. Much love, Elena the Greek, and I hope to see you and hear more from you in the comments below. And if you feel drawn to, please do book a session on my website, through my website. I would love to connect with you, to work with you, to bring more clarity and more frequencies in your energy. See you in the next transmission.